Back here on NE10NOW, the podcast, and we turn our attention to Pace University field hockey, where we are joined by junior Katelyn Fairhurst. And Katelyn, you join us as well because it is September, and that is National Deaf Awareness Month in the United States. And that's something people probably would not know about you as a student athlete just by watching you out there on the field. But first off, thanks for coming on by. Congratulations on your success so far.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Tell me about your situation, because when I spoke to your coach preseason as well, I said, hey, tell me about some players on your team that you might not notice X, Y, or Z about just by looking at a stat sheet. And your name was the first one that came up. Why is that?
So I am fully deaf on my left side, and I have 80% on my right side. So hard of hearing is a term I go by.
Walk me through Cholesteatoma. Is that the official word for it?
Yep. So cholesteatoma is a tumor that is like super duper rare. I had them reoccurring in my left ear, which had caused hearing loss significantly, like up until like eighth grade. And then so that at that point I was at 36% in my left ear. And this was probably 11 surgeries in to remove tumors, widen the ear canal, all this crazy stuff that no one even thinks about. And then I kept having issues. So me and my surgeon actually came together and decided to fully close off my ear. So it's just for show. I have no ear anatomy, nothing inside there. It's just an ear.
You have a cochlear implant as well, correct?
Yes, I do. I don't always wear it though, because it sounds like a microphone, like just like in your head, and it's not always enjoyable.
Walk me through what it's like going through that, right? Because you're born and you're at 200%. You've got 100% in both ears. What was the process like of all of that starting and realizing, all right, I don't think something's 100% correct?
So it started in fifth grade. It wasn't like I was so like I don't care about it back then. And then senior year of high school, when I fully lost the rest of my hearing and like closed off my ear canal, it was hard. I like listened to music in both my headphones for about like 2 weeks straight before the surgery, and like it just like it was a big adjustment to go through for sure.
I didn't even think about that. What's that? Yeah, what was that process like? Like, what were those couple of weeks like?
Um, it was very hard to wrap my head around. I stayed very positive about it in the time because I knew that it would be better than having constant ear infections and like leaking out of my ear. I know it's disgusting, but like I had like me and my surgeon, we put boric acid into my ear to try and like get rid of this infection. Nothing was working. And I decided that like I wanted to just be able to live my life and not have to deal with ear condition after ear condition.
What have you learned about yourself in going through all of that?
I definitely learned I'm a lot stronger than I think. It was probably like the hardest thing to wrap my head around, and like I realized that I don't need to have a fully hearing ability to be who I am and like live out my dreams of playing college field hockey, going to med school, like all of this. Like I don't need my ear for that.
What did you learn about that, basically, right? Not needing, like, coping with not being at 200%, 100% in each year, but being able to be a Division II student athlete and be a pre-med student and function like anyone else.
Honestly, it wasn't like a huge change. Like I sit in the front of the classroom, I put myself first in like the academic setting. If like people are talking loud, I'll move my seat. Like if there's a loud fan, I move. There's a lot of different ways to like accommodate it. And like even during COVID with the masks, I didn't realize how much I lip read. It is a huge thing, and I ended up having like my teachers wear clear masks, and like there's a lot of different ways to accommodate for it, which is really useful in my opinion.
How does that impact you as an athlete on the field?
Oh, as an athlete on the field, I definitely used to have more struggles with it because of the like tournaments where you have two fields going at once and like you hear two whistles and like that's confusing, or you just don't hear the whistle and you play through the whistle. I actually have made a great friend throughout this, and her name's Jeannie O'Brien. She won an award, the humanitarian award, for helping me with being able to go up to umpires before a game and like just tell them, hey, I'm hard of hearing. If I don't hear your whistle, it's not me ignoring you. It's just me playing the game and being zoned in.
What do you wish on that note that people knew? And I, like to hear you describe yours to say, hey, I'm hard of hearing. And that just comes to like terminology. How do you wish people talk about that? How do you wish people interpret what you've been through in your life just from the outside?
I want people to be able to interpret anyone who is hard of hearing or deaf like they are a normal person. Because even though we can't hear you, it doesn't mean like we pick up on body language super well. Like we can tell if someone's pulling away, or like there's a lot of things that since we don't have full hearing, we can pick up on other things differently.
You said you talked about like the issues that come with the condition that you had at first and like leaking from your ear, and you go, it's kind of gross. But before we started this call, you said in some ways it's kind of cool, and you are a bio pre-med student. So take me through the parts of this that's kind of cool and how your experiences have impacted your interest in medicine and what it means for you in the future.
So my surgeon at Mass Eye, we have gotten super close over these years, obviously. And I like he'll send like show me my CT scans, and he'll show me all of the things like the graphs he wants to use and this and that, and like it really opened my eyes to the medical field super young. And I totally like I want to be a surgeon because of it. Like I want to be able to help people create new inventions and all of that stuff for like not necessarily ears. I don't want to be an ear surgeon, but I've had enough of that. But I definitely want to be able to go into this field.
What do your teammates think? And what's it like for them to realize this about you and then to realize that you're just you?
My teammates don't think anything of it, which is the right thing to do. We know that like on the field, they're gonna have to yell my name because I don't always hear it. Like we're all screaming. Krista does a great job at it. She's yelling my name. Kylie, all of them, anyone playing around me yells my name so I can hear it, which is a super important thing.
How big is September for you? Embracing this part of your life and being that spokesperson to make sure that it's out there and at the front of people's minds.
I think September is super important because people don't realize that it's Deaf Awareness Month, and I like there's terms that we shouldn't use and terms that you should use, and like just being able to be that person to like open up some people's eyes that don't realize like it's a hidden disability. Not like you don't know if the person standing next to you is hard of hearing, but like it's just something to always keep in mind.
What are the terms that people should use?
Deaf or hard of hearing, definitely not hearing impairment. Like that is a big no-no in the community.
I want to ask you about field hockey as well, because I want to talk to you about what you've done at Pace, and you've had a really good career to this point and have played since you set foot on campus. What's it been like for you to be an athlete in the NE10, and what's in store for you in the next couple of seasons?
It's a dream come true. I have started thinking about med school and playing field hockey since maybe seventh grade, like the year after I started playing field hockey. But I love the team. We have such a good team culture, and we have some good things in store this year for sure.
Katelyn, congratulations on everything on the field, off the field. Great to spend some time with you, and best of luck to you guys this fall.
Thank you so much.